Time now for the morning rush. Fire officials say crews are making progress in the Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon fire burning in northern New Mexico. That fire has burned more than 54,000 acres. It's now 12% contained. Officials say they're expecting better weather conditions for the next 24 to 36 hours.
Well, the efforts continue to grow for firefighters battling the Cooks Peak fire that is about 46 miles north of Las Vegas. That has burned roughly 52,000 acres with 0% containment. According to Colfax County officials, Miami residents are in the clear to go back home. There will be a community meeting tonight about the wildfire at the Wagon Mound High School gym starting at 7 p.m. The
Cerro Pelado fire near Jemez Springs has now burned more than 4,600 acres. It's still not contained this morning. The Cerro Los Pinos and Cochiti Mesa communities are still under evacuation orders. The Amos Mountain Baptist Church is being used as an evacuation center.
Meanwhile, the Mitchell fire continues burning east of Mosquero. That fire is now estimated to have burned 25,000 acres and is 10% contained. No structures are threatened and there are no evacuations.
The fires are leading to an air quality alert for a large portion of northern and central New Mexico, South Bernalillo County, and the city of Albuquerque also issuing a smoke alert through noon today. Anyone over the age of 65 or with respiratory illnesses, along with pregnant women and children, you're asked to stay indoors.
And here's a look at the school day forecast. Temperature is cool this morning, so you're going to want those extra layers, especially for northern and western New Mexico. By later on today, it's going to be mild with light winds.
The search continues in Santa Fe this morning as police look for a man accused of attempted murder. Police say that on Saturday around 2 a.m., officers found a man with stab wounds near Rufina Street and Richards Avenue. Officers identified Leroy Rivera Jr. as a suspect in the case. He's believed to have fled the area and is said to be in a lifted blue Toyota Tundra.
Pfizer's antiviral COVID-19 pill is now more accessible to Americans needing life-saving treatment. The treatment was found to reduce hospitalizations and deaths by roughly 90% when given to someone within 5 days of them developing symptoms.
Today, an Air Force general will be sentenced for the first time in the branch's history. Major General William Cooley was charged with abusive sexual contact of a civilian woman who gave him a ride from a barbecue in New Mexico in 2018. Cooley was convicted on Saturday of a forceful kissing charge and acquitted of 2 other charges. He could face as much as 7 years in jail, as well as loss of rank, pay, and benefits. Erica.
And here's a look at the threat index. It is high today. We have snowy roads up near Raton, and so use caution on those. Also, wildfires burning in northern New Mexico, still not contained, so use caution if you live around those areas.
2 men are accused of leading deputies on a chase in a stolen car Friday afternoon. Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies say they found Antonio Barrera and Michael Guraley in that stolen car. Deputies in the K-9 unit were able to make the arrest. Barrera is facing multiple charges. We're waiting for more details about Guraley.
A Texas National Guardsman is still missing this morning after he tried to rescue a pair of migrants in this Rio Grande that was in southern Texas. Officials say that the illegal immigrants were crossing from Mexico into the U.S. near Eagle Pass, Texas. Search and rescue operations are underway.
Albuquerque skaters now have a new mural at Alamosa Skate Park. The mural, named Land Back, was made to educate and bring awareness to indigenous issues that are commonly undermined and misrepresented in society. The mural's creator, Joseph Arnaud, says this is a great way to get the youth involved. Erica.
All right, let's get a check on traffic. On the maps, there is a disabled vehicle blocking the shoulder on I-25 near Candelaria, causing a slowdown there. And here's a check on Tracker. Tracker's heading west on I-40 near San Mateo, and everything's moving right along.
Well, the Rutgers University football team did something special for one of their biggest fans. 11-year-old New Jersey native Gavin Kane scored a TD run with help from his father, Christian. When Gavin was just 19 months old, he suffered a traumatic brain injury in a car accident, but the team's coming together to make a special day for him right there.
Yeah, don't forget about the Rutgers line right there, pushing well back.
Yeah, gotta love that celebration.
Time now for the 5 facts.
And number 5, Albuquerque's skaters now have a new mural at Alamosa Skate Park. The mural, named Land Back, was made to educate and bring awareness to indigenous issues that are commonly undermined and misrepresented in society. It features elusive geometric shapes and vibrant colors. The mural's creator, Joseph Arnaud, says it's a great way to get the youth involved, and he says he is one of 3 people in the city's City Maker program.
Number 4, wildfires around the state are leading to an air quality alert for a large portion of northern and central New Mexico. The state's Department of Health and Environment Department issuing this alert as the winds continue to shift smoke from wildfires burning up north. South Bernalillo County and the city of Albuquerque also issued a smoke alert through noon today. Anyone over the age of 65 or if you have respiratory illnesses, along with pregnant women and children, you're asked to stay indoors.
And at number 3, we will see quieter winds today. Those winds could pick up to around 15 to 20 through the first half of the day, but the second half, the afternoon and evening, looking quieter with 5 to 15 mile-per-hour winds.
On to number 2 now. One man is waking up behind bars accused of leading deputies on a chase in a stolen car, but deputies say 2 men were involved. On Friday afternoon, Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies got a call about 2 men passed out in a car in a North Valley neighborhood. Deputies confirmed that that car was stolen. When officers responded and approached the vehicle, they say 2 men in the car, Antonio Barrera and Michael Guralay, took off. Deputies in the K-9 unit were able to make the arrest. Barrera is facing a slew of charges, including having a stolen car and fleeing from law enforcement. We're still waiting for more details about Guralay.
And at number 1, winds and dry conditions have now merged the Hermits Peak and Calf Canyon fires in northern New Mexico. With things calming down yesterday, fire officials say that they are now making some progress. That fire has burned more than 54,000 acres and is currently 12% contained. There are only 2 routes out of town for residents in Mora. Now, crews are working to maintain the fire lines and keep those roads open. Meanwhile, reps for the area of Mora are urging people to get out now, as the fire projections do not look good going into today.